Hello and welcome to Economic Forum, where we discuss various issues affecting our economy in Zimbabwe. These vary, and there are issues to do with mining, with tourism, with infrastructure, development, education, health, and other facets of life. We discuss them here in order to see how they impact our economic development. My name is John Masugu. Today, the spotlight is on Bulawayo Metropolitan Province. Bulawayo has been known by different names: Skies, the city of kings and queens, Gontutu Ziatunga, Gondongas Welene. All those have a meaning, and some of them have a meaning with regards economic development. And to unpack all that and the provincial economy of Bulawayo, we are delighted to be hosting the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, and that's Honorable Judith Ncube. We welcome you.
Thank you so much.
Having said all those things, Honorable Minister, I've mentioned even how we are known elsewhere, but what are you known for today as Bulawayo?
We are very much known, well known, ngobuntu bethu. Unu wedu, the culture of caring, the culture of hospitality.
And how does that impact, especially on those people coming to invest and doing business in Bulawayo, this hospitality that you're talking about, very briefly?
It does impact positively. We have been receiving quite a number of investors. Some of them, when you welcome them, say, go boardroom, they straight away tell you that we feel we are part of this city. We are very much interested in investing in Bulawayo. There are a number of investors coming in to prospect. Others are very much keen in tourism activities, manufacturing. Well, some do come for mining activities.
So when you look at the metropolis itself, Bulawayo Metropolitan, what is its gross domestic product, the GDP?
Bulawayo, the GDP for 2023, we stood at 29 billion, which was 12.4% of the national GDP. I'm convinced we are to achieve what we have set as a province, considering that we now have a number of companies that are being revived. It's slowly though, but something is taking place.
Yes.
If it wasn't of those people bringing in some products into the country, to Bulawayo, we would be talking of something big, because we want to see our own people value adding their products, beneficiation, because think of minerals that we get. Why would we sell minerals enjalo? Why can't we value add so that we get enough to our country? We need to grow our own economy as citizens of Zimbabwe.
Let's look at your economic development plan, especially in various sectors. You've mentioned in part some of the things that you plan to do in tourism and so forth. But let's look at what you are doing with regards to water. Because each time we read or hear about Bulawayo, we hear about some challenges that you sometimes face with water. But you are doing something about it. And let's hear what it is that you are doing, especially with those dams that we've been hearing about.
We have been trying to respond to the needs as abantu. We have sat down, agreed, made a presentation that we just have to go for underground water in order to satisfy the citizens in Bulawayo. I'm sure you are aware that the Second Republic was able to take up a proposal That started in 1912, Igwaishangan Dam. It's a huge thing. It's a long-term project for us. We are so happy. The medium term, there are some dams that have been proposed. A glass block, for instance, it's a medium thing. But people need water like yesterday. Hence, I'm talking about the underground water. We've already approached a company that is going to start working on that. And the company has been given a go-ahead by the relevant ministry. We are so excited.
That's the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution for Bulawayo Metropolitan Province, Honorable Judith Ncube. She is talking to us about the provincial economy of Bulawayo. So join us in the second segment of Economic Forum. In the last segment of Economic Forum, Honorable Judith Ncube, who is the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution in the Bulawayo Metropolitan Province, was talking about how they are trying to harness water because it is a problem in the city, and they have to do something in order for industry as well as livelihoods to survive. Now, moving from water, which you have talked about, and even the plans for the Kwaishangani Dam, we also talk about energy. How are you doing in that sector?
When we receive these investors, there are just the two questions that they raise. Do you have enough water? Do you have enough energy? So that's the reason why we had to concentrate on these two issues. We have also engaged one investor who has to come and look at our power station that was decommissioned, and strongly believes that he can do something. And once it is so, we'll be very much happy. We are so thankful to the Second Republic that something has been done. Talk of Unity 7 and 8, if it wasn't of vandalism, we will all be happy as a country, as a province of Bulawayo. We'll be very much happy.
With that kind of situation, I think you can go straight to manufacturing. You remember in our introduction, we made reference to Wontutu Ziyatunga. It was called Wontutu Ziyatunga because there were lots of factories which were emitting lots of smoke in the different industries. Are they still there, or have they been resuscitated?
We are modernizing our industries. Quite a number of companies are into that. Remember recently, the president, that was in April, the president commissioned or bakers in 100 and something thousand loaves a day. It's not a joke. You approach ORNL, they're doing wonders. You approach Otrega, they are doing well. We are so proud of these companies. E-Royal, for instance, United Refineries. They are doing us proud because that is our local product. We are so happy. You look at Ongwebu, they are doing well because all these, they contribute positively towards a workforce, job creations, job opportunities. We are so proud of our companies in Bulawayo. You look at the ARF, they are doing well.
Yes, just look at the employment opportunities as being brought by Zimbabwean companies. Are you happy that most of these companies are Zimbabweans? Are there others, which are coming through investment opportunities that you give?
I'm happy that we had a group of 9 people coming from outside Zimbabwe. They had a tendency of bringing in finished products to Zimbabwe. But we had to negotiate with them to say, who would want to see these products being produced, being manufactured here by our locals. Instead of you bringing in finished products, we would want to see some new factories being put up in Bulawayo and have our own children working in these factories. And the person or the group leader promised that indeed it's a good observation, and we had to even take him to a local institution because we would want to see some form of partnership. We need a skills transfer under what circumstances so that our own people are able to produce some of these things.
Skills transfer, very important indeed, so that our own people can also produce the different products in Zimbabwe. The words of the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, that's Honorable Judith Ncube. She's our guest today, and we are discussing the provincial economy of Bulawayo Metropolitan Province. Join us in the third and final segment of Economic Forum, where we'll be discussing other issues that are meant to boost the economy of Bulawayo Metropolitan and also go ahead with the devolution agenda. We're now in the third and final segment of Economic Forum, where today we are hosting the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution for Bulawayo Metropolitan Province, and that's Honorable Judith Ncube. You've explained your other plans regarding how you want to harness water, energy, and so forth. Let's go to tourism. Is there anything to see in the metropolis?
When it comes to arts and crafts industry, come to Bulawayo. We have got some best artists go Bulawayo. A lot of them, quite a number of them, they've managed to raise our flag high. They tour different countries because of their expertise, their talents and experience. We are proud to have such groups. There are a lot of groups in Bulawayo. When you talk of tourism, we have a few places. Let me start by the famous tree, the hanging tree that was used a long time ago. It's still there. We still have it. Kunwala grounds, that's where you can get. It's such a national heritage site. Yeah. You also have the Roman Catholic Basilica. It's a place to visit. You must not miss that. St. Mary's Lapan Basilica. It's a place to visit. A lot of visitors do come to visit that church. And also, remember Matopos, it's just next to Bulawayo. A lot of people do come to visit Bulawayo, and they will ask where Matopo Hills are. And within the surroundings, there are a lot of places to visit. We now have quite a number of people, Abalenyamazan, wildlife, and our children would go there to learn. There is a lot.
Yes. Let's look at another issue after tourism, education and health. I think it's very important you have some shining examples in Bulawayo of how you've developed those sectors and they are benefiting the residents.
Well, on the education, after realizing that we have been having some challenges with our students because of the hot sitting, we had to sit down as people of Bulawayo. And we all agreed that we need to reduce the hot sitting. We had to approach a church that we partnered with. Within a year, they were able to give us 70 classroom blocks around Bulawayo. And we are saying that's the way to go. We are still going on because we want to get rid of a hot sitting, because it was now giving our students, our children, our grandchildren, a lot of time outside school. So a lot is being done.
Yes.
Look at the Country Park. Because of it devolution funds, we've been able to put up a primary school. Already it is accommodating about 800 children. It's a sign that there is a need of us putting more schools around Bulawayo. On the health delivery system, we are happy. At Mpilo, we commissioned a one-stop shop, especially for the gender-abused people. It's a state of the art. I am so excited. At Mpilo, you can find there is a solar field, solar panels that have been put up in order to light up our institution. Look at the lab at Mpilo, and the TB lab. It's the largest lab in Southern Africa. We also have a Ncube hospital, which is very much key to our country, to Bulawayo. This hospital is very important in the sense that from 0 to 18 years, they are treated for free. We have started receiving people coming from other or neighboring countries, coming to Bulawayo, to Zimbabwe for treatment.
Yes.
We are so excited.
Yes. Now, let's talk about service delivery in the Bulawayo Metropolitan Province. How are you doing?
We are trying our level best. Let's start with a transport delivery system. We have got about 4 or 5 transport associations. And we have just put it to them that each association must, it's a must, they must control their drivers. We need to order more than anything else.
Waste management?
We have a challenge on that one. We have a challenge because the only one we have, we call it Tengo's Mine. We need to improve on that one, Bob.
Yes.
For now, I see a silela here and there. We need to do more. I would want to take this opportunity to invite some investors to come and invest in Bulawayo waste management. We once visited Harare, the site Ipomona. That's the best way of doing things. I really appreciate what we've done, Ngali. And we are saying as Bulawayo, on behalf of Bulawayo, I am appealing to the investors, be it those who are in the diaspora or elsewhere, to come and invest in waste management in Bulawayo.
You're obviously inviting investors in other areas to come. Let's hear who else you are inviting to come and partner with you in Bulawayo as we wind up our discussion.
We are inviting some investors to come and assist us to improve on the accommodation part. When it is time for international trade fair or Bulawayo, there are some people who fly from Marare to Bulawayo every morning, which is not healthy. We would want to satisfy the needs of the people. Hence, we have already identified some sites for our 5-star hotels. We would also want to see people coming in because we want to develop Zimbabwe International Trade Fair to a first-class type of a trade center. When you talk of our schools, there are a number of sites that have been identified by the local authority, City of Bulawayo. We are willing to have those who are blessed by their Almighty to come and invest also on education. We have got some challenges on my labs. Some of our schools do not have proper laboratory. I'm inviting the people, the investors who can come in and invest in Bulawayo. When we went to South Africa, there was this lady who said he wanted a piece of land. She wants to put up some healthy centers. We are inviting such people so that we give the best service to the people.
Well, we'd like to thank you very much, Honorable Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution. That's Honorable Judith Ncube, who has been telling us about the provincial economy of Bulawayo Metropolitan and how they're progressing with regards to devolution. What remains is to also thank the production crew. If you have any issues that you want to raise about what Honorable Ncube has said and any other issues that we discuss here, you can get in touch with us on the numbers that are showing on your screen. If again you want to continue these discussions on social media, you can do so on the social media platforms that again are showing on your screen. If you have missed some of the episodes of the program, you can view them on our YouTube channel, which is Economic Forum Zimbabwe. So on behalf of Honorable Judith Ncube of Bulawayo Metropolitan Province, Siyabonga, and the production crew, we say happy viewing on Economic Forum.